Congratulations! You have a job, you pay your taxes. You have a Netflix subscription and a gym membership you haven't touched since January. You are officially middle class, and according to the math, you are also spectacularly broke. Take a guy on Reddit who shared his story recently. 29 years old, making $118,000. In January, he maxed out his retirement account. He played strictly by the adult rulebook. By March, he was laid off with 5 weeks of severance. Suddenly, he's sitting at his kitchen table doing the math on exactly how many days his savings will keep him from missing rent. When someone earning 6 figures executes the financial playbook and still ends up 2 bad months away from panic, the old rules of success no longer guarantee safety. That panic is the new economic baseline. Recent financial reports found many U.S. households are exactly one flat tire away from financial ruin. You can budget down to the penny, and then your Toyota catches a nail on a Tuesday morning. Now you're staring at a repair bill, forced to choose between fixing the car to get to work or paying the rent to keep your home. Stability has been replaced by a permanent, precarious state of survival. In the 1970s, the baseline looked very different. A single-income family could comfortably afford a 2-story suburban house. Daily necessities were easily affordable. A trip to the grocery store meant filling the cart without a second thought, and certainly without incurring debt for the basics. This chart shows the middle-class share of the population over time. In 1971, 61% of Americans sat firmly in the middle class. Today, that number has dropped to 51%. In 50 years, the middle class bled a massive 10% of its population. This drop is a systemic mathematical shift. Wages failed to keep up with rising costs for decades, creating a massive financial gap that hard work alone cannot bridge. You can do everything right and still fall short, which brings us back to the math. American consumers currently owe a combined $18.3 trillion in debt. That is enough money to buy every single house in the United States twice over. The institutions holding that paper operate with a massive advantage. With credit card interest rates sitting above 21%, the modern financial institution functions like a legal loan shark in a nicer suit. This diagram illustrates how the system monetizes survival. When people must take out loans to stay afloat, they become highly profitable consumers for the banking sector. You're not broke because you're bad with money. You're broke because being broke is very, very good for business. People are trying to fight back. The biggest financial trend of 2026 is the no-buy movement, where thousands of people publicly swear off minor expenses. No new clothes, no fancy restaurants, no 2 a.m. Amazon purchases. It's a nice thought, but trying to solve a multi-trillion-dollar systemic debt crisis by promising not to buy a vanilla-scented candle is mathematically absurd. Then you have the high-priced financial experts, the ones who charge $500 an hour to dispense advice like start a budget or spend less than you earn. That advice fails because it treats predatory interest rates and wage stagnation as personal budgeting errors. It assumes willpower can override a rigged system. The trillions in national consumer debt aren't going to vanish. Your credit card company will never voluntarily call to lower that 21% rate. Every financial product marketed to help the consumer is actually engineered to make someone else wealthy. Navigating the crisis begins with recognizing systemic extraction as the core business model. You can't fix what you don't see. Once you shed the burden of personal failure, you can finally start surviving a system built to squeeze you.